Great new detergent companion to famous Does soap. And Ivory soap, advised by more doctors for baby's skin and yours.
The white dot blue, the white dot white, the blue dot blue, the blue dot white. Best detergent ever was. Blue and white, new blue dot does.
There's never been a detergent like this before. Those white dots give you a completely new, fast-cleaning formula. Those blue dots contain exclusive double-action bluenite that combines just the right amount of real bluing with a new concentrated brightener. Use New Blue Dot Does in any machine, wringer or automatic, for everything you wash. You'll be amazed. Even yellow-looking pillowcases wash white as you've ever seen. Colored cotton shows startling new brightness. And clean? Why, the grimiest clothes get spotlessly clean. For a wash you'll remember, get New Blue Dot Does.
Best detergent ever was. Blue and white, new blue dot does.
Yes, Miss Rogers. What? Oh, yes, that could be a refill on that. Oh, just a minute, Miss Rogers. How long will Dr. Grant be? Oh, thanks, sir. You gonna be long, Grant? Just a second.
About Mr. Jennings.
Oh, Miss Rogers checked with the hospital. He was admitted around 4 this afternoon.
Good. Any suggestions as to who should see Mr. Jennings?
No, Grant.
You do think surgery is indicated?
Don't you?
Yes.
There are a few good men on staff at Peter.
How about Walter?
You as good as they come.
You want me to make the arrangements?
If you're going over to the hospital, otherwise I will.
Well, I have a few house calls to make, but I am going to the hospital.
Oh, I'll make the arrangements then. I'm going over in about half an hour. Oh, 1 minute, please. I guess I didn't tell you I saw Kathy this morning.
No, you didn't.
It was after you and Carpenter had seen her.
But it must have been, because we were there quite early and you hadn't checked in yet. Was she in the wheelchair?
Yes, she was in the wheelchair. Asking a lot of questions.
Well, you know as well as I do, Paul, that we're not in a position, any of us, to answer her questions. At least not yet.
Don't you think she's well enough to be given an indication?
Physically well enough, you mean?
Well, let's not quibble.
I'm not quibbling. Even you should know that there's an emotional problem.
If the woman knew what she was up against...
At this time, both Dr. Carpenter and I think it would be extremely detrimental to the patient to know anything more than she knows right now.
You prefer, Steve Grant, that she make her own conclusions?
Just so you don't make them for her.
It's a pretty rotten thing to say, don't you think?
No, I don't. Fletcher, you should know human nature a little more than you do or seem to.
Go on.
I intend to. Hope sometimes is the only thing we humans have to hang on to. I'd like to know how many times a little hope and a little faith have carried an individual through a crisis. If I find out that you've given Kathy any indication that there's a possibility that she may not get out of that wheelchair, you and I are through, Fletcher. And maybe you'll be through with medicine.
This is Carrie, age 15. Used to wash just to get clean. Now she's become a lady fair, interested in beauty care. Her choice of soap is good and wise. It's Ivory in the personal side. Why, Ivory treats skin tenderly. It's known for mildness, purity. It leaves her radiant, all aglow. She has that Ivory look, you know. And you, your skin can have it too, a look that's fresh and young clear through. Just daily care and this soap buy. This ribbon says it's PSI. Get 4 cakes of personal size Ivory. You will save. They cost about the same as 3 cakes of other leading beauty soaps. That 4th cake is pure saving. Your best beauty buy is personal size Ivory.
Well, I told you, Mrs. Holden, how lovely you are, how much I love you.
Not with words, Mr. Holden, but with your whole being. Oh, darling.
No, don't be frightened, Kathy.
I can't quite explain how I feel. You haven't talked to any of the doctors, have you?
Well, no, I haven't. Why should I have?
Dr. Carpenter isn't in the hospital. I don't know whether Dick's been here or not.
Well, he came by to see you this morning.
Yes, I know. I've been waiting for Dr. Fletcher.
Why?
I know you don't like them.
Do you?
You have to like a good doctor?
Yes, I think so.
I don't. You're angry with him.
Well, yes, I am a little. He had no right to tell Robin that you were going to be in a wheelchair for a time.
That's over. She knows. And I hope she's accepted.
Why shouldn't she?
Because, darling, children are rather strange. And whether we realize it or not, they look for the normal. They accept the normal.
Kathy, that's a ridiculous remark to say. The word normal...
You know what I mean.
Don't look at the wheelchair as though
Darling,
it were...
yes, but no one has told me anything definite. Now, I know I'm going to have to get around in it for a time, but how long is a time? Dr. Carpenter won't say, Dick won't say.
Because they don't know.
They must have some idea.
Well, I rather doubt it. Now, Kathy, look at me. I'm your husband. Now, there is no one in the world who has your interests more vitally at heart than I have. And don't you think that if not Dr. Carpenter, then Dr. Grant would tell me the facts as they are?
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Mark?
I only want to love you. Isn't that enough?
Of course, it's enough, but it's like I'm taking everything from you, I mean.
You know, I went along for years, over 40 years to be exact, never able to give. That's very important.
I know. I know it better than you do. Darling, perhaps you'll help me. No, just your help.
The princess was showered with gifts. Silk, jewels, ivory. Ivory soap in the personal size. She loved it best. So beautiful, so pure and white. So handy in the bath. It floats. And it gave her suds in a twinkling, faster than any other leading bath soap. Can't keep a princess waiting. No milder suds ever pampered the royal skin. For your bath, use personal size Ivory. You'll feel pampered as a princess. And you can afford that royal feeling. 4 cakes of personal size Ivory cost about the same as 3 cakes of any other leading bath soap. So that 4th cake is almost like a gift. Look for the ribbon on the wrapper. Personal size Ivory. Your best bath buy.
There's no reason why I can't stay later.
The girls are home alone.
That worries you, doesn't it?
A little. After all, you did have dinner with me tonight.
Well, it was a real occasion.
So many ways.
When are you going to let me take you home?
Oh,
Kathy?
just give me a little more time, darling. I won't take too long. I really won't.
I won't ask you again. You tell me when you're ready. Have a real good night, darling.
Oh, I will.
Is it all right if I come in?
Papa
Bauer!
Hello.
I was just leaving.
Oh, what nice.
Yes, yes. Mark is dinner with me tonight, and the girls are waiting for him at home.
So you say hello to the girls for me, huh?
Yes, I will. Good night, darling.
Good night. Tell Robin.
Yes, I will. Good night, Papa Bauer.
Good night, love. Sure. Bring your little candy.
Thank you, Papa Bob. Do you want to put it down there?
Kathy, you look wonderful.
Do I?
Yeah, so bright, so... Well, how do you feel?
Oh, quite well.
Oh, no more pain?
No, not much. No, it's a funny thing. I haven't said anything to the doctors about it, but... And I miss it a little.
It's such a thing to say you're missing the pain.
It's a funny thing to say, isn't it? Well, how is the family?
Oh, the boys, they are fine. You know I'm staying with Willie and Bertha.
Yes. Maida phoned me the other day.
Yeah, she's in San Francisco.
How is she?
She's fine.
That's not what I mean, Papa Bauer.
What do you mean, Kathy?
How is she really? Robin was with her a month. I know how fond Maida is of Robin and Robin of her.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we were a little unfair to Maida, Mark and I. Papa Bauer, I think I know how Maida feels about Mark. After all, she was engaged to him for a time.
Oh, yeah, but you shouldn't think, Kat. Well, what do you want me to say?
Maida and I may not have got along over the years. Not since my father first met her. But that was then. This is now. And I want to be fair. I want so much to be fair about so many things.
The Guiding Light, created by Ernest Phillips, has been presented by new Blue Dot Does, the blue dotted detergent for a wash you remember. And Ivory soap, 99 and 44 100% pure. It floats.